Hey guys! What's up? I'm Kirsten, I'm 11 years old.
I'm Aiyven, I'm 10 years old. It's us again,
the Bower Book Reviewers.
The purpose of our channel is to share our love for reading and writing with children like us.
For the people that viewed our videos, liked them, subscribed to our channel and even shared our videos, we'd like to say a huge thank you.
Guys, we're feeling a little bit sweet this week.
So, the theme for this week is chocolate!
I'll be going first reviewing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
And I'll be going second reviewing the Great Chocoplot by Callaghan.
And you guys know, since I'm past, Kirsten needs to disappear so I can do my review. So, on the touch of my fingertip, she will go. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Wait!
Wait, what? You guys know we haven't done magic in ages, like Kirsten just disappeared. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm still a bit spooked out, whatever. So, my book is a very, very, very well-known book called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I haven't got the smaller copy, but I have got this big, nice one with those coloured pictures. So, it's by Roald Dahl. He's so famous. Last year, which is 2018, first recording it right now, it was his 100th anniversary. So yes, Roald Dahl is a very, very famous author, and I think his books are awesome. So this one, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, is it has quite a few characters in it. But I'll first start with the age rating. I honestly think it's such a nice and friendly book. It's probably, I think, A+ or 7+. That's how good and friendly I think the book is. But like all ages could read this. Like 10-year-olds like me could be reading this now. This book was made in 1964, so as you can imagine, it's quite an old-fashioned book. The illustrator is Quentin Blake, and he's quite a famous illustrator for Roald Dahl. And his illustrations are really good, like you can see the front cover of this book. There are many interesting and fun characters in this book, so I will show you a few. If you go to the first page, you will see these characters. You have Grandpa George, Grandma Josephine, and if you go down, you'll see Grandpa Joe and Grandma Josephine, and then this is Grandpa George, not him, and Grandma Georgina. If we turn the page, we'll see a few other characters. We have Mr. Bucket and Mrs. Bucket, and their son Charlie Bucket. Now, if we go all the way to the start when the book hasn't actually started yet, we will have the 5 children that are a big part in this book. So, it says there are 5 children in this book. Augustus Gloop. Here, the first one, a greedy boy. Veruca Salt, a girl who is spoiled by her parents. Violet Beauregard, that's a quite hard name to pronounce. A girl who chews gum all day long. Mike TV, a boy who does nothing but watch television. And Charlie Bucket, the hero. So those are all the characters in this book, and they are really interesting once you get to read it. I will give you a very short summary of this book, since it's so good and I just want to explain it to you guys. So it's, of course, called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So there's Charlie Bucket, that boy that we showed, and this is him. And the Chocolate Factory, which is owned by a man called Willy Wonka, and he's a little bit of a crazy man, a little bit over the top, but it does go all well. So Charlie gets a chocolate bar, and his family is so poor, he gets a chocolate bar only on his birthday. And in that chocolate bar, he found a golden ticket, and that invites him to the Chocolate Factory. And the last person to like stay standing. Of course they don't die, but the last person to stay standing and win at the Chocolate Factory, because there's like other little games and stuff, they get to win a prize. And I won't tell you the prize because that would just spoil it and spoil your reading experience if you ever want to read it. Now I will be giving you the taster, which is at the very start. Okay, here. The whole of this family, the 6 grown-ups, count them, and little Charlie Bucket lived together in a small wooden house on the edge of a great town. The house wasn't nearly large enough for so many people, and life was extremely uncomfortable for them all. There were only 2 rooms in the place altogether, and there was only 1 bed. The bed was given to the 4 old grandparents because they were so old and tired. They were so tired, they never got out of it. Grandpa Joe and Grandma Josephine on this side, Grandpa George and Grandma Josephine, and Grandma Georgina on this side. Mr. and Mrs. Bucket and little Charlie Bucket slept in the other room, upon a mattress on the floor. In the summertime, this wasn't too bad, but in the winter, cold draughts blew across the floor all night, and it was awful. There wasn't any question of them being able to buy a better house or even one more bed to sleep in. They were far too poor for that. Mr. Bucket was the only one in the family with a job. He worked in a toothpaste factory where he sat all day long at a bench and screwed the little caps onto the tops of the tubes of toothpaste after the tubes had been filled. But toothpaste cap screwer isn't paid very much money, and poor Mr. Bucket, however hard he worked and however fast he screwed on the caps, was never able to make enough to buy 1/2 of the things that such a large family needed. I think my views about the book, it's a funny story. It's a really exciting story and bouncy story, but it actually is quite sad and touching because, as I said in the taster, the family, they have 7 people in their family. It even told you to count them. 7 people and only yet 1 bed. And I just feel really bad, and only 1 person in the family has a job. So I also feel really sad reading this story because I would not like it if that was me. Well, thank you for listening to my review. We're going to go bring my sister back, but my voice, I've been doing this review. I think I might use some magic instead of calling her.
Aiyven!
Well, it is your turn for the review.
Fine.
Have good luck. I'll just walk myself out.
So, as you guys know, I'm reviewing The Great Chocoplot by Callaghan. This is a really fun book and I love it. I so much enjoyed reading it, partly because I love chocolate and partly just it's such a nice read. I think the age rating for this book is actually probably 7 or 8 up because it's such an easy book to understand and I love it for that. The characters are Jelly, this girl on the front, her real name is Jennifer, but only her grandma calls her that. Gary Baldy, who went to the safari, and he's evil, I'm just going to say that. Her mum, her dad, and that's about all the main characters. The genre of this book is, I don't know. It's adventure, but it isn't that big of adventure where they go to different places. So it's just like, you know, in their town. The author of this book is Callaghan, and I think he also illustrated this book. He is from England, I think, and this book is set in Trompton Delight, which is a made-up town in London, I think. I'm going to read you a short taster of the book so you can kind of get into it. Let me just find the page. Here we are. Jelly had always hated how rude some people could be when out shopping, but she'd never seen anyone fighting over chocolate before. There was hardly any chocolate left at any of the shops in the fun-size outlet park, which was weird as the big chocolate was right next door and someone had tried to snatch Jelly's chocolate walnut mini munches out of her hand. She held tightly onto them, even though she didn't like nutty chocolate that much. Was chocolate really going to become extinct? Is that even possible? And that's my taster. My views about this book is, it's just so amazing, so funny. Like it says here on the back, funny, imaginative, and adventure. It's a really, really good book. I highly recommend it. The link will be in the description down below, so you guys can go and buy it. That was my review, shorter than my reviews normally, but I'm gonna call in Aiyven now. So
now we're back together. We're going to do the best part of the book. You can go first.
The best part of my book is definitely the chocolate part.
I think I'd like the chocolate part as well.
What's the best part of your book?
I think the chocolate part as well. I'm just jealous when he gets a golden ticket in his chocolate. But also I just like how it's so funny, it's so interesting, and there's just so many things that you can just like read along with. I think the moral of my story, I'm just going to say it quickly, is not to be greedy, because all of the 4 children that were greedy didn't get the prize, and Charlie won the prize because he was just thankful for what he had, even though he was so poor. What's the moral of yours?
Mine is to live in the moment, because Jelly worries so much. Everything she does, she's worrying about how it's gonna turn out, when it's gonna happen, how she's gonna make it, but she just needs to live in the moment, as her mum tells her.
Well guys, we're coming to the end of our video. In fact, we are at the end of our video. So please comment down below what book you'd like us to review.
And also comment down below if you have any video suggestions.
Yep. Also, please, if you have Instagram, check our latest post. We put it in our highlights. If you want us to do a reading raffle or not, if you don't have Instagram, once again, comment down below.
Make sure you also follow us on our Twitter account
at Bow Book Reviews. If you want these books, links will be in the description down below. There might be a different copy of this book. I think it's a smaller copy. But now we're at the end. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click that bell so you can get notified every time we do.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye! Hey Instagram! I'm Kirsten, I'm 11 years old.
I'm Aiyven, 10 years old. And together, we're
the Bow Book Reviewers.
The theme for this week is
chocolate.
If you want to watch the full video,
check it out on our channel. Link in bio.
Woo! See you guys.
Bye!
MBAWA Book Reviews.
MBAWA
Book Reviews.
Bower.